President Trump has touted himself as the crypto president during his second term. He has appointed regulators and signed legislation to help achieve his stated goal of making the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. But the president's connections to crypto go well beyond his political life. The Trump family's wealth and future has become increasingly tied to crypto, including having a company built around the currency apply to become a national trust bank. Here to explain all of this and the possible ethical concerns is the Hill's business editor, Sylvan Lane. Hey, Sylvan, thanks so much for taking some time to chat with us. So, walk us through the Trump family's connection to cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency company World Liberty Financial, and what is it and how does it work?
So, World Liberty Financial is a cryptocurrency and financial technology company that's run by the president's sons, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump. Barron is named as part of it as well. And President Trump helped found the company while he was a candidate for the presidency again in 2024. Now that he's president, he's stepped away from it, but the company has only grown. It's made billions of dollars, largely off of the creation of a stablecoin, which is a currency meant to maintain its value at a fixed place. And that stablecoin has been used in a number of different deals. It's become very popular among people who either support the president or the cryptocurrency industry in his efforts to do that, to support this company. And at the same time, they've sought to really expand their footprint in the cryptocurrency space as the Trump administration has taken several steps to make it easier for these companies of all kinds, new, old, to get off the ground, offer more different products, and not worry as much about the federal crackdown that was happening under the Biden administration.
How do stable coins tie into all of this? What are they and what is the Trump family's connection to them?
So a stablecoin is a digital token, a cryptocurrency that is meant to maintain its value, hence the name stablecoin. The idea is you can use these coins as a way to exchange money, send money, buy goods, and still have a digital currency that you could hold in some sort of wallet that is a lot safer and more stable than currencies that are traded on the open market, whose values could rise or fall dramatically. Where Bitcoin, people could see that as, maybe an investment opportunity. Stable coins are really supposed to be kind of like the account balance you have in Venmo, where you have this money in a digital form that you could easily put back into your bank account. Only this time, it can be cash. Stable coins have been, one of the main ways that a lot of crypto companies have gotten operating. And because they are often used as a way to conduct payments, that means that there's a lot of opportunity for businesses to really build themselves by working within, business to business operations, pitching themselves as a stable, safer, more store of value without having to worry about the massive fluctuations in the crypto market.
World Liberty Financial is waiting to see if its application to become a national trust bank will be approved by federal regulators. Explain to us what that means and when might we actually know about the federal government's decision?
So the key thing to understand here is that there's two different kinds of national bank charters. There's, the standard national bank charter, which allows a bank to offer, checking, credit card, all sorts of different services for customers nationwide. What a national trust bank can do is offer what's called custodial services. That's mainly involving holding money for customers or businesses and basically facilitating their ability to store it or keep it there. There's not any of the commercial lending or anything going on at national at larger national banks. So the key here is that if World Liberty Financial could convert to a national trust bank, that's going to make it a lot easier for them to operate nationwide and give them access to the Federal Reserve's national payment system, which is a big priority and a big ability for companies to be able to help keep expanding their services and do them quicker and often more cost effectively. Now, that also means they'd be under stricter federal regulation, but not the same kind of regulation as, your local big bank or even a community bank might be under because they're offering different services.
With all of these crypto ventures, how much of the Trump family's financial future is caught up in crypto?
It's hard to say how much specifically in terms of the billions of dollars that are on the line here for the Trump family, but this is a huge part of the Trump family's not only financial future, but financial present. When President Trump left office in 2021, he was facing millions, maybe even close to $1 billion in debt and more than 90 criminal charges. He's not only come back from that, but his family's businesses have been able to make billions and billions of dollars, or at least, somewhat into the billions of dollars potentially with these crypto companies. Now, of course, the White House says that the president is not involved in anything these companies are doing, and they insist that there's no conflict of interest there. But the fact of the matter is that his sons run this company, and we know the Trump business is a family business. So whatever, Trump's life is like after his presidency, it's hard to believe that this money that his family company made won't be at least somewhat beneficial to him after that.
One of the issues that frequently comes up with crypto is the volatility of it. Bitcoin has lost half its value in the last 6 months. Does that bring any concerns when it comes to the president being so connected to a volatile currency?
Y- I would say that cryptocurrency investors are, often used to these large swings in the market, but the main way that the president's ties to the industry have, kind of affected this overall situation is that Congress has really struggled to pass this big major cryptocurrency bill that would really determine how the industry would be regulated by the different federal agencies. There's been a lot of concern for Democrats about moving on that legislation because of how much money the Trump family has invested in the cryptocurrency industry and how much of a priority expanding the industry and loosening regulations could be for the Trump family's financial future. Now, there are quite a few Democrats who are relatively supportive of crypto or at least want to see some sort of regulatory clarity, but it becomes harder to advance this legislation with other Democrats, especially in the Senate, where you need 60 votes to pass a bill when there are all of these ethical concerns about Trump's potential ties to the industry.
What should we be keeping an eye on in the coming months and years regarding President Trump and his family's connection to cryptocurrencies? And then also, I guess, on the regulatory front?
I think the big thing that a lot of journalists, including our team at The Hill, have been taking a look at is the ways that this cryptocurrency company could kind of interact with Trump's foreign policy. Uh, there's been some interesting developments in terms of deals with, Middle Eastern investors and government officials regarding that. So I think that's a close thing to keep an eye on. I would also, of course, keep an eye on how well this National Trust Charter application for World Liberty Financial advances through the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, which will be in charge of approving this order. I think those are the two big things to watch in terms of Trump's potential connection to the cryptocurrency industry.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Sylvan Lane, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure.